I want you guys to really listen to what I'm telling you. We are, as men, we are human beings. I understand that. We have emotions, but there's nothing wrong with having emotions. Emotions are part of being human. The problem begins when your emotions start controlling your decisions, your actions, and your ultimately your life. Too many men today are allowing temporary feelings to create permanent consequences. I've seen this stuff firsthand. A bad day at work, and they come to work and they just quit. Disagreement in a relationship, and they walk away. Someone criticizes them, they lose total control. Act like a pure fool. Someone hurts their feelings, and they spend weeks living in anger, resentment, or self-pity. A strong man is not a man who feels nothing. A strong man is a man who feels everything and still chooses discipline. Think about that. Anyone can react. Anybody can explode, just be out of total control. Anyone can make decisions when they're angry, frustrated, jealous, or afraid. Those are three things right there. There's three things that drive me crazy about some men. They get frustrated. Some little petty stuff. They get jealous when somebody speaking to their lady or whatever. And they're afraid to actually face the problem, just deal with it as a human being. But it takes real strength to pause, think, and respond with wisdom. Your emotions are like the weather; they change constantly. One day you feel confidence, the next day you feel insecure. One day you feel motivated, the next day you feel exhausted. If your life is controlled by emotions, then your direction changes every time the weather changes. You cannot build a successful life on feeling alone. You must build it on principles, discipline, and on purpose. There'll be days when you don't feel like even getting out of the bed. Get up anyway. There'll be days when you don't feel like going to work. Get your ass up and go to work anyway. Even though you don't feel like, get up and go. There'll be days when you don't feel like fighting for your dream. You fight anyway. Because winners do not move according to emotions. They move according to commitments. The world does not need emotional men who crumble under pressure. The world needs men who remain calm in chaos. Men who stay focused when everything else is going out of control around them. When everybody else is in panic mode, the true man stands still, take control of the situation. Men who can carry responsibility without complaining. Men who can keep their word even when it becomes difficult. Every chance in your life is asking one question. Will you be ruled by your emotions or will you be ruled by your character? Don't let your emotions rule you. You rule your emotions. Character says be patient. Your emotion says be reactive. Character says keep going. Emotion says quit. Choice is yours every single day. When anger shows up, control it. When fear shows up, face it. When disappointment show up, learn from it. When sadness show up, walk through it. Do not allow your emotions to become your master. Make them your servant. The strongest men are not the loudest men. They are the men who shout. They're not the men that shout the most. They're not the men who try to prove how tough they are. The strongest men are the ones who have mastered themselves. You must master yourself, or you can master anything else as a man. Master your emotions. Control your emotions. When things get chaotic, you got to keep your emotions in check. When things get out of place, your emotions got to stay in check. Do not let your emotions take control of your life. Because the hardest battle you will ever fight is not against one person, another person. It's against the version of yourself that wants comfort over growth. Excuses over responsibility, emotions over discipline. Today, I want you to make a decision. Stop letting every feeling determine your next move. Start giving your emotions a steering wheel to drive. Feel what you need to feel, but do not let those feelings decide your futures. Stand up, take control, lead yourself first. So when a man learns to master his emotions instead of being mastered by them, he becomes unstoppable and a true blessing. That's where true strength begins. But I want to talk about this for a reason, guys. Listen, I get so tired of turning off, looking at some YouTube stuff on YouTube or television where a man has lost control and he has hurt somebody, a family member. He's so caught up with his emotion. And a grown man, is living with his parents. He's so caught up with his emotion because now it comes a time in his life when he knows it's time for him to get out of their house or whatever. And they ask him to leave. He started acting like a fool because his emotions kicking in now because he feeling like his comfort zone is being destroyed. Because right now, he's saying, I can't not be uncomfortable. That's when they just get out of control because now they're leaving their comfort zone. You are forcing that person out of their comfort zone. This is when their emotions kick in. It's when they start doing the dumb things. That's when they start removing people out of their lives, I'm sorry, the wrong way, not the right way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put it out on YouTube, but you know the words I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make sure people understand is emotional man is a dangerous man. Because some people, their emotions will drive them crazy and they would do things that are crazy. So if you know you're an emotional man, learn how to harness that emotion, take a step back, breathe, think, and process. Just all you need to stop, think, and process. Get out of the situation. Take a walk away somewhere, just walk around a building or something, or whatever you need to do. Just stop and process the information that you're dealing with. Come back later when you can actually calm down and you're in control of your emotions. Because I'm telling you, while your emotions are high, something's going to happen. And when it happens, and when you do it, you can't take it back. It's too late. The damage has already been done. And I say these things out of the kindness of my heart because I've seen this too many times. I turn the television on where a man has his emotion, and then somebody in their family is hurt because of his emotions. He can't control his emotion. He's so emotional that he's just totally out of control. Learn how to harness those emotions, harness them, step back, process what's going on in your life, and learn how to take full control over having a normal conversation after you have stepped away and processed the information you have. So please, if you feel your emotions getting high, get out of the situation. Step away for a while, process what you have, think it through, come back later, have the conversation. If it's with your significant other, have the conversation after the fact. If it's a parent and you're in your parent's household, I understand you're upset because then you got to leave that comfort at home. Stop thinking process, come up with a solution because eventually you're going to have to move on. You may be, I'm telling you, I'm seeing people that stay with their parents, they 45, 50 years old. There's nothing wrong with the individual either. There's nothing wrong with them. They are so embedded with staying with them, it became a comfort zone. As soon as you tell them, look, you have to get on your own, they get very emotional and go feel stupid. They do the dumbest things and get emotions in it. I'm tired of seeing that on television from some of these men. There's you older dudes that staying at home with your parents, you 45 years old, damn near 60 years old, you still at home with your parents, coaching them. But when they ask you to step away, get out the house, your emotions come in. You become an emotional male, emotional damn fool, what you become. Seriously, I'm not trying to be ugly, but I'm just saying, you have to understand that sometimes you got to get out on your own. If you get mad because somebody putting you out of their household, you getting your emotions and you and your emotions all in a bundle because somebody asking you to get out of their household. No, it don't work that way. Control your emotions, step back, process information, have a conversation, and just slowly weed yourself out the household or whatever the case may be. If you're dealing with an unruly girlfriend or whatever, wife, whatever it may be, and y'all having a lot of difficulties going on, don't become so emotional that then you started doing dumb stuff. Because now, when you do the dumb stuff, this is when the permanent consequences come in. When I say permanent, you know what I mean when I say permanent. Permanent means you won't be walking outside the doors out here by yourself. You'll be walking inside somebody's jail cell or somebody's prison. Stop, think, and process this information I'm giving you. So, but please, if you feel you're getting too emotional at your job, don't quit your job because you don't have a plan. If you're gonna quit it, have a plan. I know sometimes my emotions get high. I mean, I lost my job because my emotions got high, but I had a plan though. I already had a plan. I knew I was gonna get fired. I had a plan. But at that time, because my emotions getting high because of the fact I was protecting my staff from a guy trying to bully my staff, and I was not gonna have that. I knew once I engaged into the conversation, I'm gonna get fired. So once I knew I was gonna get fired, I put all my feet in the fire on that one. I said, well, hell, I'm getting fired anyway. So let me go and give him the business. So I let the person know how I stood about bullying my staff. And I lost my job, which I'm not mad. I never was mad about it because I had a plan. I said, I'm gonna lose this job. So I already put in for another job and I got the job. So I had a plan though. When my emotions got high, emotions, I didn't hurt anybody. I said my piece, stepped away, went about my business. But I knew I was gonna get fired, but there was no ill will against it. So, but stop, think, and process When your emotions start getting high, just think about that. Let me just step out of the situation, walk away, process the information, then I come back and approach it again. So, guys, I'm saying, take care. Thank you.